If you haven't already, make sure you check out my interview with Shakur, which is in the previous video below. And make sure you stay tuned for my interview with Bruce Carrington, Shoo Carrington, which will be coming out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Make sure you're subscribed, keep your eyes peeled. I don't want you to miss this one. It's a good one. Hey guys, we're back again with another video. I'm feeling a little way. You know, here in London, if you're in London, you know it's been hot. So I've been sleeping with a fan on and now I got a runny nose. So if you see me, you know what's going on, okay? But yeah, a girl's trying to recover. I wanted to post a video and talk about the incredible weekend we've just had. Oh my gosh, we had like 3, 4 fights take place all in one night. We was truly being spoiled as boxing fans, and I truly do believe that if you paid for the DAZN Ultimate subscription, you got your money's worth, because there was about 2 fight nights that took place that night. Then on BBC Two we had Adam Azim and Francesca Hennessy. And then over on Sky Sports in the UK, we had Amanda Serrano, who was defending her titles. Okay, so let's start with, first and foremost, Amanda Serrano. Came and she made history yet again. I love Amanda Serrano. I love what she's done for the sport of boxing. She fought 3-minute rounds again. I love that she's advocated for these 3-minute rounds, that she wants it to be fair again with women and men. I love that she's done that. Like, she's pushing the boundaries, changing the narrative, the advancement of women's boxing. We've seen a few women boxers who have actually been fighting those 3-minute rounds also, and they've been enjoying the fruits of it. She defending her unified titles against Cheyenne, and she won in the second round in an incredible fashion. You know Amanda Serrano, she's got that crazy output, a little bit like Benavidez. She's tied with Christine Martin for the record for the most knockouts in women's boxing. She's now tied with her. So I guess she's mentioned that she's looking to retire soon, probably this year. So I guess if she has a fight or two, then I guess, and if that ends in a knockout, then she's surpassed that and she's made history yet again. Here in the UK, we had Adam Azim and Francesca Hennessy. Francesca Hennessy put on an incredible performance yet again. And I think she's well on her way of becoming a future world champion, especially after that performance. She dominated. She was slick, she was quick, she was precise. It was beautiful and it was really brilliant to see, and just seeing her development and her confidence is really incredible. And she's such a sweet girl and a nice girl, really likable as well. She actually gave me my first ever interview in 2023, so I'll always love and appreciate her for that. Adam Azim, I think he is world class, and I don't think he's getting the advertisement or being put out there as much as he should. He should be on a world level. Like, we saw his fight and we saw that performance against Scooby. He was so sharp, he was slick, the movement, it was beautifully done, and I think he deserves to be on a world level. He deserves to go and fight in America. Many of the people didn't even know that the fight was going on, you know. And so I think he just deserves more and he deserves better, to be quite frank. And I truly do believe in him and his talent. I think he's phenomenal. I think when I think of Adam Azim, I think he should have the type of career that Hamza Shiraz is having, you know, the rise that Hamza Shiraz is having. You know, Hamza Shiraz has fought in Saudi, and then he fought in New York against Edgar Berlanga, and then he fought at the pyramids not too long ago, Glory of Giza, and you know, he's now won his first world title. I think Adam Azim deserves to have those opportunities also. I hope it does happen for him. And then we saw the return of Bivol. So he was fulfilling his mandatory against effort, and you know, it was great to see Bivol back in the ring. He's been out of the ring for like well over a year now. And to be honest, he looked like he was just getting into the groove of it. There didn't look like there was much ring rust. Effort was down in the first round, and or was it the second round? And I honestly thought, oh, this might be an early night, but it didn't. And it was just good to see him back out there. He dominated. He looked very precise, sharp. He looked good out there again. And I guess the next question is, now that he's had that mandatory and effort had been waiting for a very long time, is what's next? To be quite frank, I would absolutely love the 2 fights that I would love to see Bivol in is Benavidez. Oh, that would be good. Or I think the trilogy with Better BF, because better be have won the first time, second time be have won. So it's like 1-1. Third time, let's see who takes it. Then across the pond, we saw Shakur Foster defending his WBC title against Raymond Ford. I'll be really honest, I really wanted Raymond Ford to win. He's been able to build momentum since his loss against Nick Ball. He had 3 consecutive wins after that loss against Nick Ball. Another world title shot. This is opportunity to become a 2 division champion, and I was rooting for him. Oshaki Foster's coming off a sensational win against Fulton. He is the champion. There was a lot of tension brewing from these two guys. They both wanted to come in and prove that they can do it, that they are champions. And to be quite frank, I thought that Raymond Ford started the fight really well. Although he wasn't landing the cleaner punches, he was the aggressor, or he was coming across as the aggressor. And then it started to become somewhat of like a close fight. That's when Oshaki Foster showed that he is champion. And to be honest, when we got into those later rounds, it looked as if Oshaki Foster could have kept on going. He looked like he had a lot of gas in the tank when we got to the 10th, 11th, and 12th round. That 11th round was brutal for Ray Ford. And I just think those last few rounds were quite crucial, especially with it being so quite close. I'll be honest, I'm surprised a point wasn't deducted when Raymond Ford was pushed out of the ring. When I watched it, I was a little bit like, come on, man, this ain't WWE. Like, we want to see some boxing. But hey, it is what it is. Ref gave them a stern warning, and that was that. After the fight, it looked like Foster was very keen to have a fight with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson seemed up for it, although he didn't shake on it. And I just think that, like, Foster is at 130. If you watch my last interview, Shakur Stevenson actually said, so this came from his mouth, he actually said he's a 35-pounder. And in his last fight with Tio, that was at 140. I don't see Shakur Stevenson going down to 130. Probably might stay at 35, might do 140. So it would have to be Foster moving up to 35 for this fight. Again, if you watch my last interview with Shakur Stevenson, I'm not sure. Am I shamelessly plugging myself? I don't know. I'm just going off what he said because I spoke to him quite recently. He said he wants those big money fights. And then when I think of a fight like this, I think, is this the type of fight that Shakur would want? Like, what does he gain? What does he get from having a fight like this? Of course, he's tweeted about it. He seems, let's make it next. Let's let this fight happen next. I get why Foster would want to have this fight. Let's say he moves up and let's say he wins and win a title, who win against Shakur Stevenson. There's a lot more that he gets from a fight, having a fight with Shakur Stevenson. But how much does Shakur Stevenson get in a fight with Foster? Like, how much does he gain? That's what I was thinking. Hey, let's see if it plays out, because these guys, we've seen it many of times with these guys. They finish a fight. Oh yeah, I'll fight this guy, and then it doesn't even end up happening. I think it could probably happen in the future, but whether it happens next, I'm not too sure of that. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to hear from you guys. What did you think of the fights that happened over the weekend? And make sure that you stay tuned for my interview with Bruce Shushu Carrington coming out tomorrow. Speak to you soon.